Over the last few years, I've been working on trading robots for both MT4 and MT5. And in this video, I just want to go back and change what I could have done differently if I had the skill that I have now back then. And obviously, so by the title, we will be working on the CashCow Robot. So this is the robot that I created back in 2021, and now I want to create a much more advanced version of this robot, but also not changing too much of the strategy, So we have the ADX indicator, we have the fast moving average and the slow moving average. That's basically the indicators behind the robot, and the strategy is simple. So with the two moving averages, when the first one is above the slow one, and the ADX is giving us a strong trend signal, that's when we enter a trade, and then we do vice versa for that when we sell. So now what I want to do is to keep the ADX, remove the two moving averages, the ones that come with the MetaTrader platform. I'm going to change that. Then also the lot size there, I want to play around with something there, do an amount or a fixed lot size. You'll see that once we get into the coding side. Then now with the stop loss and take profit, as you guys can see, this is just small mistakes that I did back then. As you can see here, we have points, but then here it's 0.0 instead of just being a 0, so small things that I did, like look at and decided to say, you know what, I've done a lot of mistakes, and now it's time to go back and fix some of those and change what I can change now. Obviously, I've had failed projects, and yeah, it is what it is. But in this video, I don't know, I might make like 2 videos or 3 videos to complete this this robot. So now what we're gonna do is take a quick look at the strategy that we will be using. First thing first, let's compare this indicator that I'll be using here, which is the Hull moving average, but then here it's just named Hull average, but then it's Hull moving average. It's a moving average, but a bit more advanced. It's not like the normal one that we have. For example, when you take a quick look at this one, you can see that I didn't develop this indicator. I just got it on the market. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link, I think, in the description as well, to where you can download this indicator, right? So now here we have a period of 20, and then we have speed or divisor, whatever you call it, of 2.0. Then we have the price. Then we just focused on the close price, but then you have a lot more options down there. So what I'm gonna do now is to bring in the moving average, 20 period exponential, because this is the fastest one when comparing it to simple, smooth, and linear. So when I touch it, you guys can see that it's slow in terms of reacting to the price, right? So what I'm gonna do, you can look at the 1 hour time frame. You can see that it's a bit slow. Yes, it's maintaining it, whatever you might say, whatever you guys see and wanna say, but I think it's slow, and I wanna change it. I wanna use the Hull moving average, right? And obviously it's not really a beginner friendly video, but I'll try my best to accommodate everyone, So now for us to get to the development side, or to start coding, we need to open the Meta Codes language editor, right? You can do that by coming up here to the icon IDE. If you click here, it's going to open this meta editor for you, or you can click F4. Also, F4 will open the meta editor, or go back to MetaTrader when you're on the other side. F4 on your keyboard. Or you can just come up here, go to Tools, then go to Meta Codes language editor, right? Cool. When we get to this side, what we're gonna do is to come here to New, go to Expert Advisor Template, then click on Next. give it a name. Obviously now it's under experts, under the folder called free robots. Okay, I need to change it to maybe YouTube, and then I will name it CCR Ultra Advanced EA or robot. I don't know, whatever name you want to give it, you can give it. When I'm done with that, when I click next, and finish, then I'll see this page here. For some of you guys that will be your first time here, you'll need to come to tools, go to options, then go to colors, go here where it says scheme. It's either you use light, because obviously when it's your first time it will be on the light side, but then I like the dark version. Right, when you do the dark version, that's how it's gonna look like. So because we already know that we will be using a moving average as well, 2 moving averages and ADX. So what I need to do is to go back to MetaTrader, and then let me attach another one here using the period of 50 maybe, and then yeah, it's gonna be something like this. So when it's like this, we are buying, and obviously we will sell when they are both going down. This is how the strategy will be, but then obviously we will add also the ADX as well. That is the average directional movement index, right? We add it. As you can see, there's a level. We will be using a level of 20, I think, and then a period of 14. Yeah, this will be the strategy behind the robot. Obviously, we will need to call all these indicators into our trading robot. So for us to do that, first thing first, up here, I'll need to include a file and folder and file, something like that. So this will be able to, so that we can be able to open trades, and get information from our open positions. So what I need to do for now is to type include, and then space. I'll do this I don't know, triangle brackets or whatever you call it, but then inside that I just need to type capital letter T, then small letters RADE, so trade / or backslash, then another capital letter T, small letters RADE .mqh. Then if I compile up here, I'm not getting any errors. So the other one that I need to include is for the positions. So I'm gonna do include again, hashtag include, then I'll do trade, another /, then do position, capital letter I, info. Please make sure that you get that one right, because if you don't get it right, you're gonna get some errors, or you're not gonna get the right folder or file. And I'll compile, I'm not getting any error. Then what I need to also do is to give them a name, right, that we'll be able to use in the code. So here I'll do capital letter C, T, then do small letters array trade, as you guys can see there. Then I'll just name it trade. Then that's it. I need to do the other one for the positions as well, which is C position info. Then POS, that's what I'm giving it. That's the name that I'll be using, right? When you compile up here, you guys can see that there are no errors. So what we also need to do is to have inputs, right? We're gonna have inputs. When I say inputs, I mean like let me show you. Okay, before I even do that, let me compile. Let's go back to MetaTrader. On MetaTrader, I'm going to look for our robot under expert advisors, that folder YouTube, and then I'll drag it to the chart. When I do that, I only have one page which is common, right? So now I'm gonna create some inputs. Then you guys will see the difference now. When you do input, the first one will be time frame, right? And I'll do enum underscore time frame. Then as you guys can see, when you're busy typing here for something that already exists in the language, you get a pop-up or suggestion that they're just suggesting that you might want to do enum time frames. Then if you want to do that, you just press enter, then it will come up properly in the right caps, right? So I'm gonna give it a name. I'll name it time frame equal to, I want to use period current, right? As you can see, we have too many time frames, but then for now we're gonna use period current. Then when I compile, I'm not getting any errors. When we go back to the MetaTrader, when we attach our robot here, we will see that we have common, then we have inputs. The inputs, we have the time frame. This is the one that we just created now. Then as you can see, when you double click there, click again, it will give you all the time frames that we have in MetaTrader 5. So now let's go back to MetaCodes editor. Then another input that we need to have is for the moving averages, right? The HAL moving averages, or whatever you call it. So the first one will have a integer, then we'll call it, this is a data type, right? We have data types. We have integer, which can be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, whatever the numbers may be, but no comma, right? Then we have a double will have like comma or a decimal, you know, that will be a double variable, a double data type, sorry. Then we have string, which is for text. When we do string, we need to have those quotations there. Then we'll type whatever name we want to type. At the end, we do that. Then last one that we're gonna be using, yeah, for now I think those are the ones that we'll be using. Then now we have to create the first period, which is equal to 20. Then we'll do another input, which will be double for that the other input on the indicator, which is divisor, I think, divisor speed. Yeah, this one. We created the period. Now we're creating this one, and then yeah, we'll just create this one as well, to just for the sake of keeping things simple. And now let me just do this too, because some of you might use a different HAL moving average that doesn't have some of the things that this one has. Maybe not too sure on that one, but yeah, because you can use any HAL moving average to create this strategy or this robot. So now input double will do divisor equal to 2.0. As you guys can see, integer data type, the number doesn't have any comma, but then a double, the number does have a comma, right? Then another one we will have to do is the same input for the slow moving average, slow period, which is equals to 50. Then another one, double, which is, I need to say slow divisor equals to 2.0. So now this one here needs to be fast. So now when I compile, we have all the inputs. let's go back to MetaTrader to just show you guys what we, let me minimize. Okay, so now we have this 4 inputs, right? Then the last 2 we need to have here as the take profit and stop loss inputs. Let's do that now. Back to the editor, I'll do input double, then I'll do TP percent equal to 1% from the open price, then SL percent equal to 0.5. and I compile, still not getting any errors. That's not really important. So yeah, not getting any errors. Then okay, let's go back to just show you guys that now we have all the inputs that we need for us to, okay, last one, we forgot the ADX. Let's work on the ADX as well. When you look at the ADX, we have the level, then we have the period. That's it. So now we need to go back, and then above the targets, we're gonna do input integer ADX period equals to 14, and then input I think integer, and then ADX level 20. Compile, not getting any errors. Back to the MetaTrader, when you double click there or attach, they're gonna attach your robot on the chart. You can see you have fast period, fast divisor, fast slow period, slow ADX period and ADX level, TP and SL percent. Back to the editor, what we need to do now is to give our indicator a name, right, or handle. So I'll just name it handle, because we know that we need 2 moving averages. I'm gonna do handle 1, then comma, I'll do handle 2 as well, right? Now compile, I'm not getting errors. Sorry about that. I don't know if this one is good enough or this one is good enough, but let's use this one. The integer on init function, on the on init function, let me zoom out a bit. Hopefully the zoom level is okay, because the other one is just too big for me. But let's try this one. So I can do handle 1, then equals 2. I'll do I custom. As you guys can see, now I'm getting type of a guidance to say, or a suggestion to say, maybe this is what I want to do. Then I'm gonna click on enter, because that's what I want. First thing first we need to have is a symbol. Then if you want to hard code it, like make the robot to work specifically on the EURUSD, you can do that. Like you can do something like this, like do EURUSD, right? And then for the time frame, you can do this time frame that we created up here, or maybe you can do something like period H1, you know, if that's what you want. But then for us, we're gonna be doing this way, symbol underscore time frame underscore. Then now we need to bring the indicator name, right? So my indicator is under or is inside the folder indicators. Then it's down here. If it's inside the folder like this one here, new indicators or market, because some of you might download it from the market or download it from the MQL market, or it might be in a folder inside the indicators folder. So what you can do first thing first is to say something like market, then do that, then let's do this one. Let me show you an example. let's see if I have any indicator. Okay, examples or free indicators. Yeah, let's do this here. What I can do, I can say under indicators, we have a folder named free indicators. Then do that, and then what do I have? Nah, name's too long. I want a simple name, man. It's not really pivot channel .ex5. Then I'll close that there, compile. I'm done. This is just an example, guys, for people who will have a folder or have their moving average inside the folder. So now what we need to do is to come to experts, go to our robot, right click, go to test, then the strategy tester will pop up. Make sure that you the visual mode is ticked. Then I'll press start. Opened on the other screen. So now I just want to show you guys that there will be an indicator, or we will be able to call that indicator. It's not being called. I don't see the indicator there. I don't know the indicator, but I don't think it's being called. Why do we have the daily? Okay, back to the editor. I'm just checking the name, pivot channel .ex5, free indicators. Okay, let's do this. Let's open a different chart. Go to the indicators. Let's see, free indicators, pivot channel. Okay, now I see the indicator is not doing anything on the chart. That's why we were not able to see it. Let's see, parabolic channel. Okay, let's call the parabolic channel. So this is what we have to see on our chart, right, when we run the EA. Then I'll cancel this here and then do parabolic. The one? Yeah, parabolic channel. Compile, go back to MetaTrader, then run the strategy tester one more time. This is just me checking if you guys can be able to access indicators that are inside folders, right? Okay, cool. So yeah, we are able to do that. So if you have an indicator that's inside a folder, you can do this, and then you'll be able to see your indicator on your robot. So obviously with my situation, I don't need this first few lines there. I just need to have the name of the moving average, or my indicator, which is how average. Let's see. Okay, I don't have it here. I have it on there. Yeah, so the names are the same. I compile, go back to the meta codes or MetaTrader, sorry. Then here you guys will see my indicators being called by the, as you guys can see, there is the indicator, right? So now what I need to do, because this video is becoming long, I want to keep it to like a max of, the length should be like 30 minutes per video. I think more than that, I think it's too long. Then I'll come here. Just after this, what I want to do is to include those inputs, those input variables that we created up here. To say the first one will have fast period, and the next one is fast divisor. Then we'll have to create the same thing for the second moving average as well. I custom symbol time frame. It's the same thing, guys. So .ex5 and slow period and slow divisor. Right, when you look at it, they're all the same. You can just push that. They're all the same, and yeah, when I compile here, go back to MetaTrader, when I start the test here, you guys will be able to see the two moving averages, right? And then yeah, from there we'll do the ADX, we'll call the ADX, and then as you guys can see, now we have two indicators on the chart, right? So what I need to do now is to call the ADX. I'll give it a handle. I'll just name it or I can just edit here, comma handle 3, then just below this one here I'll do handle 3 equals to I custom, no, sorry about that, it has to be IADX, because now this is an indicator that comes with the MetaTrader platform, right? So we have it in the language as a IADX. Then I'll do symbol, and then it wants the time frame, do time frame, and then last one is the period, which we have it as ADX period, right? Then that's it. And now when we go back to the MetaTrader and I press on start to run the tester, we will be able to see all three indicators, right? So as you guys can see, now we have three indicators. We have the slow one, the fast one as well, then we have the ADX here. So I think that's all for this video. In the next video, I will make sure that I get data from the indicators. Now you know how to call the indicators, how to create inputs, and how to, yeah, basically this is it. In this video, we focused more on calling the indicator, meaning we called the custom indicator and the indicator that comes with the MetaTrader. Then in the next video, guys, we'll focus more on the data, obviously getting data from the indicator and doing signals and maybe taking our first trades. See you guys in the next video.